Without Fillmore East, the excitement of the band's live shows finally translated into record sales. The success was long in coming and well earned. Here's another reading from the Book of Duane. Play All Night, Duane Allman and the Journey to Fillmore East. As Butch Trucks said, it went along so slow for so long, none of us really expected a whole lot to happen. When we got that gold record, we realized we were doing something. The band had grown to believe their music was simply too original for the mainstream market. We knew we were playing music nobody else had played before, Trucks said, but none of us had thought about it in commercial terms. Success brought additional challenges. Realizing we were commercially successful, the people were starting to listen to us. We had to keep that from influencing our music. Keep the music, the six of us still having fun, Trucks said.
How do we know what the Allman Brothers said, what the Allman Brothers wanted to accomplish in music? How do we know what they wanted to accomplish in music, and how do we know if they did? And we know what they wanted to accomplish in music because they said as much. They wanted to create music in the moment. How do we know if they hit the mark or not? I don't even know if they hit the note, pun intended, is that's what the audience said about Fillmore East. And they didn't say it as much about the other two records. Some did, like Lester Bangs loved the first record. Loved it. You know, a lot of people loved Idlewild South because it was a new sound for them. But when Fillmore East hit, the reviews were all in a certain way, you know?
Jeff.
I have questions.
Please.
I disagree with everything you just said, Bob.
Point of order, sir.
Point of order. I guess I'll just start this because really what your book is in a lot of ways the first sort of academic approach to the Allman Brothers and their music. I know that Duane's at the center of your story, but the books that have preceded it, Scott Friedman's book, obviously in the mid-90s, which was heavily influential to me, certainly. Alan Paul's first book, collection of interviews. Alan's second book is much more and better researched and better written. But yours is really the first one that goes and seeks out sources that, frankly, even as much of a nerd of this stuff as you are, that was one of the exciting things for me, was to see these interviews and to see these reviews and things, particularly from college newspapers, college audiences, and that type of thing. So talk about that process just a little bit.
I didn't know what I was searching for when I was doing the research ever. I just began collecting a ton of articles, anything I could find. And then I found the treasure trove. I found a treasure trove of National Endowment for the Humanities supported projects to digitize college newspapers of the era. And listen to me, if you want to talk, if anybody values this book right here or anything within it, it is literally because of that investment, because I was able to find a whole bunch of things that